All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video as we are now in 2022, and we will be seeing the end of the Walking Dead television series this year. In this one, I thought it would be fun to discuss, was The Walking Dead canceled? Alright, and we should probably explain sort of what I mean by The Walking Dead being canceled. So with, each TV series as they're running through, we don't know necessarily how many seasons or how many years each respective series is going to go for. An example might be something like a Z Nation, which was actually canceled and ran up to its fifth and final season, where the decision was made by Sci-Fi to not go ahead and renew it for a sixth season. So this would be an example of something that I would consider to be canceled, meaning the series did not really have a definite endpoint and really would have continued basically as long as fans wanted to watch it and Sci-Fi decided to do it. So is this what happened with Walking Dead? Was Walking Dead actually supposed to go on further? AMC had said at one point that they could do 20 seasons of Walking Dead, and in a way we kind of have had that, because you have the Walking Dead original series, which has run for since 2010, so this will be its 12th year airing, and it's starting filming in 2009, I would think. So actually pretty much being like a 13-year type of deal with the shutdowns and whatnot that we saw. And then in addition with that, you have the spin-off series that they're doing, and they are starting to work on now the anthology series, which is Tales of the Walking Dead, which is going to begin filming soon, I believe. And then, of course, you also have Fear the Walking Dead on top of that, with 7 seasons of its own and being renewed for an 8th season. So they did, or at least they have so far, gotten 20, and I didn't even mention World Beyond 2 on top of that with a couple seasons. So they have gotten over 20 seasons of Walking Dead done, if you count the other spin-offs and iterations of it. So I guess when they said they would do 20 seasons of Walking Dead, they didn't necessarily mean that that would always be under the original flagship Walking Dead television series. That would include spin-offs and everything else. And we do also know that they're going to try for a Daryl Carol spin-off series as well for Walking Dead, which will have at least 1 season and could get renewed and could have more seasons after that. So with The Walking Dead ending in its 11th extended season with a 24-episode season, and season 10 having the bonus episodes, it's basically like they got 12 seasons out of it, because you just have so many episodes there that are extended. 24 for season 11, which is more like a season and a half, and season 10 with the bonus episodes, also like a season and a half, basically makes it 12 seasons of The Walking Dead. Now, there was a rumor a few years ago, I think it was from Collider, that the thinking at AMC was to end The Walking Dead television series around its 12th or 13th season. That kind of came about sort of after there was the season 9, spoiler warning, Rick leave and everything that was going on with that. Those were kind of the rumors that had been sort of leaked out at that time. Now, we pretty much got that, except the season run count, or the season number, is different, because with the shutdowns, instead of spacing it and calling the bonus episodes a new season, they called them bonus, and then instead of renewing it for season 12, they just made season 11 3 parts, which basically makes it 12 seasons if you count those in. So pretty much based on what that rumor said, which was it would be about like 12 or 13 seasons, somewhere around there, for them to kind of finish off the comic book material from The Walking Dead, that's basically what we got for the television series. We got pretty much 12 to 13 seasons, and then they just decided to kind of do the Daryl Carol try in a spin-off show. Also, I believe Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus, our Carol and Daryl, had signed deals, I believe around season 8 time, to take us up to about this point. Now, they did say that they were working on, the cast and crew has said in several interviews, that they were working on season 11 at when they got the call, and they were surprised that it was going to be the final season. So that can kind of make you think in a way that it was kind of a cancellation, and they were expecting to come back for another year after to do a season 12, and that was kind of decided to just be an extra 8 episodes and included in the 11th season for whatever reason. There could be legal reasons for that. There could be costs involved for additional seasons and whatnot. So they decided to keep it as the same season count. Now, we have to keep in mind, this is the point where the Walking Dead comic book series did end. So it's not like it's being cut short, or it's not like it's kind of canceled midway and we never got to see some story arcs adapted from the comic. The opposite is the case. We've seen basically every story arc in the Walking Dead comic book series adapted in some way, shape, or form in the TV series, and then they've also added in more original content, such as the Reapers, for example, as we're seeing in season 11. So I would not consider the Walking Dead television series to have been canceled or to have been cut short. I think mostly what happened here is just that this is about where they were going to end it anyway. The season counts got a little bit weird because of the shutdowns and the way they did that. I'm sure there's internal reasons as to why they went ahead and did that instead of just calling those last 8 episodes season 12 and doing something like that. So, and then again, you've also got the other spin-offs that are happening after this. So even though the original flagship Walking Dead television series is ending this year, it doesn't mean that we won't see, multi-season spin-offs in the Daryl Carroll spin-off. Of course, the Walking Dead movie has to begin production here soon. So maybe it is such that this was always kind of the plan, and that when the Walking Dead movie would begin filming was pretty much when the TV series had wrapped up. They may want to tap and use some of the people from the TV series for the movie. So it may be the case that they kind of had to wrap up the TV series in order to do the movies, because they would have to reallocate those resources to the movie instead of the season-to-season 16-episode order every year of The Walking Dead. So I would not consider The Walking Dead television series to have been canceled. I think that it's more just kind of the way AMC wanted to go with it. They got the movie, they're going to do some spin-offs, and kind of the way the contract sort of worked out. It just making sense for them to decide, okay, this is where the comics end. Let's end the original TV series here, and then The Walking Dead will be very much zombified, alive in a zombified form after that, with even Fear the Walking Dead continuing after, and the anthology series continuing likely after as well, Daryl Carroll spinoff after, and then the movies as well. So even though this is the year of the original Walking Dead TV series ending, it is still very much zombified and alive into the future, just that it's going to be done under a different banner or under a different, movie style or series style or what have you. So that's kind of my thoughts on that one. I don't think it was really cut short. If you want to consider that being a cancellation, it's up to you. I mean, you could also argue that if it was still getting 7 million, 8 million viewers per episode, that maybe they would have done one more season after the comics and just created their own material. But I guess based on where it's at right now, based on what it's doing, and based on all the other projects and things that The Walking Dead has, this is where they went with it. It also might make sense when we see the Walking Dead Rick movies, because they may even want to use some of the characters from the TV series in that, especially if they're doing 3 movies. You would expect to see Rick reunited with Daryl and Carol and everybody else in at least one of the trilogy of movies. I wouldn't expect to see them do 3 whole Rick movies without seeing him reunited with at least some of the cast at some point, even if it's at like the very end of the 3rd one. So those are my thoughts on this one, guys. Let me know what you think about the ending of The Walking Dead. Do you consider it to be a cancellation? Do you think that they were going to do further, and just because of the amount of people watching, they decided to cancel it early? I don't consider it being that way. If you like this video, thumb it up below, share, favorite, and subscribe at the bottom if you're new, and I'll see you guys back in soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. I'll see you soon.